My microphone's not working. Oh, there it is.
You?
Yeah.
Want those, Rob?
Oh, these are beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So nice.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. And you'll notice
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said yes.
Yeah, I think they each one for each of you. And they're individually, based on your personality a little bit.
Are they?
No, I had nothing to do with this, but it looks like they're from Austin Floral Design.
Yes, oh, love Austin. He's such a nice man.
Thank you.
Who I do with these? This is so.
If this is sexism, I like it.
Mic is working.
This is sexism,
This
I like it.
particular
My mic
version
is
is great. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Thank you. Partying late with us, I can hear you ready to stay.
Yeah, y'all showed up last night.
Is it fun?
It was fun.
It was fun.
We always have fun. It's a vibe.
What was
We're
the
gonna
best?
share
Sing our
microphones.
flowers.
What was the best song last night?
You know, we did one we don't normally do, Bohemian Rhapsody. Woo! That was dope, right? Y'all,
It was
everybody
really fun.
helped. It was amazing.
Nice.
Today, huh?
Maybe it's us. I'm thinking maybe it's us.
You need to tell rude jokes. Talk about my Diva Cup again. Whoa, people are way too excited for that.
We should just cut straight to questions then. This side, what's your name? Where are you from? What do you want?
Hi, I'm Carly. I'm from California, and this show, specifically, there's been so many little moments that have had such a big impact on my life. And I was wondering if there was any points during filming or filming of any show that you guys were on in general that ended up having a really big personal impact in your life.
I'm going to say, Jensen directed me in 3 episodes, and there's something about working with an actor that you've worked with as an actor who then directs you, and there was one point where I was like, we're in this big warehouse and there was these drums of fire, and then I was like, Rowena was kind of summoning them and doing magic, and he was like, Ruth, do you mind actually not summoning the devil? Because the drums started to kind of moan, involuntarily, they were like, whoa. And it's kind of a funny moment, but it was a moment that I remember because when your director trusts you and is empowering, and just lets you do your thing. And I really remember, it's lovely to be held in that light where somebody just trusts you, that you know what you're doing. And I always remember that. It was funny and it was lovely at the same time.
Okay, so long time ago, there was only one woman per con allowed on the creation event. And now look at this.
Yes.
Look at this. Right? But at the time, I was cycling downward in my trajectory, and I started hearing about this new girl that I was gonna love. And what my brain heard was, she's prettier than you, she's funnier than you, everyone loves her more than you, you're gonna love her. And I was like, I hate her. Don't know who she is, but I fucking hate her. And so we're shooting this episode out in the middle of nowhere, up in a cabin, or lodge, whatever the fuck it is. And I've got this scene where I'm outside on the phone with my daughter, and there's a pause, and base camp was far away, and so they had to drive the actors up. And so I'm standing outside with my phone, and they're rolling, but it looks like I'm standing outside on my phone, and the van comes up, and I hear, Kim! It's Brianna! I went, oh fuck, I do love her. And now look.
I didn't understand. These microphones hate me. Thanks, everyone. I didn't understand the medium of television, so when I saw Kim leaving a building, I thought she was just taking a phone call. I didn't know if they were shooting. And I said, Kim! Sorry, the video! And I hear, cut! I was like, like, that's a good intro for me. So I heard, about Kim for so long in the same reference. My experience was, how do I get her to like me? I want her to like me so bad. But we learned very quickly that we were kind of cut from the same cloth in very different ways. And we bonded during that episode so heavily. We'd go for cookies and coffee every day at 3. And she brought me into her trailer to tell me about the convention because she was convinced I was going to replace her. And I was the one that was like, well, maybe they'll have us like both on stage at the same time. She's like, never gonna happen.
It used to be, you can kind of Google this, in SAG, the statistics 10 years ago, roughly when this was happening, was for every 1 job for a woman, there was 9 jobs for a guy, including extras. And literally 19, well, that's what I remember, like, at the time, and that's even, maybe that's now, but I remember on the banner, my first convention, just to speak to Kim's point, there was 9 men and I was the 1 woman. And it was like, well, there's the statistic exactly on the banner. And obviously it's a show about it's about guys, and we're not criticising the show. But since then, especially because I think we've all kind of stuck together and really supported each other, and it's one of those things that we've put ourselves forward, and you guys have received us and support us and do photo ops with us, and so now there's 5 of us. So thank you for being part of that, and well done us for sticking together and helping that happen.
Yeah, that was kind of my point too, was like just the existence of the show. I mean, you get to a certain point in your career and you work, and a job is a job, and you love your characters, and then something just kind of happens, and it's magic, and supernatural is magic.
So's your vibe. Do you remember the question? It's been a while. We can move on to the next one if you want.
My name's Ryan. I'm from Houston. I just want to start off by saying that I'm, as of August 5th, I'm completely cured of my cancer, and my wife and I So, Donna's character arc is one of my favorites because it represents women's struggle of asshole men and coming out of that shell and becoming the woman she needs to be. So we wanted to know, what is y'all's advice for encouraging our daughter to be a strong, independent woman the whole way, and how can I not get steamrolled by both my wife and my daughter because they're both strong, independent women?
I say get steamrolled. Get steamrolled, baby. You know what?
Enjoy it.
The funny thing is that women are pretty fun and smart. and I don't think I think it's important that I love that you're the one asking this question, and I really appreciate your love of, clearly your love and respect of women. And I think I immediately was like, this is the best question. But I think it also, we want to remember that strong women is a great thing. It's not about, getting steamrolled is awesome. My husband gets steamrolled by me and my daughter every fucking day, and he brings us flowers 3 times a week. He fucking loves it because it makes him feel safe. Because women really know how to handle a household, and if we were put in positions of power, I feel like the world would be a better place. And so I say, let yourself get steamrolled. You will be taken care of, because women know how to take care of people. So don't you worry. We got you.
There's a clip from one of my favorite clips from an interview with Sigourney Weaver, and she says, she's asked, something about playing strong women, and she's like, people always ask me that, why do I play strong women? She goes, I play women. And I think that women are inherently strong, and we have opinions, and they are drummed out of us at a young age. And if you just leave them alone, they will be strong women.
Isn't it funny, the ideal, stereotypical ideal that we're given is the mummy and the daddy and the kids, and we really trust women to bring up the future, but we don't trust them in positions of power. It's like, oh, you're good enough to bring up the children who then will not, have an equal say in the world. So I love the gentleman's question, and just to say as well, I think partly it's not just about what we tell the little girls; it's what we tell the little boys. And I don't think it's easy right now to be the mum of a wee boy, and like none of it's easy. But it's teaching them about that it's okay for them to be vulnerable and not have to have this toxic masculinity anymore, but they can be however they are too. So I think it's about how we bring up all our kids, not just our little girls.
I would like to add that the concept of strength traditionally is thought of as being invulnerable, as being impenetrable, as being someone who can overpower another. And I strongly encourage you, Brianna talks about this a lot, strength isn't never falling down. Strength is the willingness to get back up. So giving ourselves permission to be wherever we are and know that it is okay and we are willing to continue forward. So we don't fuck up. We learn uncomfortable lessons. We don't fail. We sometimes need to surrender. It is strength, I think, needs to expand. We need to expand our concept of what strength is into sometimes it looks like weakness when in fact it is comfort and safety, and that is also fucking strong.
Yeah.
Welcome to the women's panel. We're sorting everything out here.
Hi, my name is Venus. I've met a few of you. And my question was, if each of you could have any exotic pet, what would it be?
Dragon.
Tiger.
Rob Benedict. Oh.
Does he?
An
Curly
otter.
mane.
I'd like an otter.
I think I'd like a falcon. A vegetarian falcon that I don't have to eat other animals.
I did just see a map the other day randomly that labeled all the states where you can have a kangaroo. So that's the thing. Texas is one.
Of course.
With a permit.
We have sugar gliders, and if we still live in California, we wouldn't be allowed to have them. But Connecticut is inexplicably one of, like, New York, you can't. All around you can't. We're like, just here.
Do they know the boundary? Do they know the boundary of the tri-state area?
It's like,
They're like, oh!
Not allowed in that tree! Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Becky, and first of all, as the oldest of 5 girls, I really do enjoy getting to see a show that I love so much, upholding women as an all-girl family. But on a lighter note, if you could be an Old Spice or Bath & Body Works scent, which one would you be and why?
Allspice, Old Spice. Is Old Spice have more than one scent?
I mean, they have Batman and Superman scents.
I have the deodorant. I have Old Spice deodorant. Oh, I'm not wearing it right now.
I'm not well enough acquainted with any of the flavors to know.
Flavors? What the hell?
Just not vanilla. Like Bath and Body Works, sometimes you walk past that store and you're like, woo.
Well, that's the thing. I think I said flavors subconsciously because I feel like I can taste them. They're so strong.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm an unscented lady for candles to lotion, deodorant, all of it.
I have the most boring answer in the whole. It's so tedious and it's such a rude answer. I'm so sorry.
Rose.
These scents are endocrine disruptors for women. They're not
Yes.
good for us.
No.
So I'm so sorry. I'm gonna
On
go,
a light
and on a
note.
light note, I'm gonna go OG Old Spice, because if you're gonna do it, you may as well fucking go the whole hog.
If it was real oil, I would use lavender. Lightly.
Oh, I have so many.
I'm so glad I said
So many.
endocrine disruptor and supernatural
Yeah,
power.
way to go, Endocrine. Yeah, sign up for that autograph,
So
y'all.
sorry.
How do you get
So
rid of
sorry.
endocrines? Is it salt?
Salt circles. You have a salt circle around you at all times.
Perfect, and a little smudge stick.
Actually, a little bit of salt on your butter is not that bad for you. Anyway. Please continue without me.
I like a good cedar scent, whether it's in a fragrance, a candle, incense. I love it.
Good for keeping moths away. Sorry.
Yeah. So Ruth is gonna see herself out now.
Yeah, I am not, Bed Bath and Body Works, like you're talking about, Sam, I can taste the smells, and it's not nice. But I do like genuine fragrance oils. I think probably I am a big fan of tonka. I like sandalwood. And if I'm gonna go for a floral, I'm sorry, I'm weird. I do like, my endocrines are so disrupted.
Mine too, mine
Because
too.
I have
Love
fragrance
fragrance.
oils all the time in my house. I like a lemongrass spray. I'm very specific. Everything's gotta smell good. So.
At nighttime, if you sleep at nighttime with lavender and rosemary scents, it can improve your memory and help prevent Alzheimer's, and it's scientifically proven, so not all scents are bad.
Okay, there we go.
Alright, so
Natural oils
The
are
natural scents are fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I like a good, I just don't, the only floral I like is ylang ylang. All right, I'll stop talking about my house now.
I've never known how you pronounce that. Say it again.
Ylang ylang?
I've never said it
That's
out
how
loud.
we say it, I've only read it, is that right?
Ylang ylang.
Yeah.
I've always read it and never said it out loud. And the other word that I heard somebody say this week, and I thought, thank God, I know how to say it now. You know, you say that word and it looks like buoyed, but it's buoyed. Buoyed.
B-O-U-Y-E-D?
Yeah, I just learned. I was this.
Yes,
I was
because
this age.
lifted, floated, because it's like a buoy in the water. You can come back. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk. You can listen.
Anybody else bored by
Check,
this
you can
panel?
check your email.
Go to your happy place. Check your phones. Hang on a second. You all got texts. Check them.
Yes.
It's from a buoy in the water, and so if you've been buoyed, you have been lifted and are floating.
I've never had the confidence to say that word in my life, and neither have I with ylang
Oh,
ylang.
I feel empowered now.
I'm buoyed by ylang ylang.
Oh my God, you're my hero.
Are you regretting this question, Becky?
Sorry.
You're here for it. Okay, great. Well,
Absolutely.
you're happy, I'm happy.
Elena, did you have
I like Palo Santos. Gardenia is my favorite flowers, so anything gardenia that reminds me of my grandma.
Is that your Scottish?
Please sit down. I don't want to answer this question anymore. Now I feel bad about myself. I'm wondering, now I know why I have a headache.
I'm going to try my best for a rock and roll answer to the next question. Please make it a good one. Come on.
Oh, I can't wait. Ruth's going to answer this first. Okay,
No, I need time.
Hi, my name is Cece. I'm from Texas. So obviously we're all nerds about supernatural. This is our niche interest. I want to know what your niche interest is.
go. Here, let's hear this rock and roll answer, Ruth.
Ylang.
Buoys.
Endocrine disruptions. I'm quite into personal health and development.
Yeah, fuck yeah!
And potted psychology. I love potted psychology. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm Metallica!
Name one song besides Enter the Sandman.
I just listened to the guy who was in Smartless, the drummer was in Smartless from Metallica, and I loved him. He's so smart.
Is that a podcast about?
Yeah, it's a podcast. I'm so. You get my fingers later. Yeah.
No, don't leave us.
We need all representation.
I've got my comforter now. Keep going.
Mine is alternative 80s dance music.
Mine is Broadway. Anything Broadway stuff. Astrology, that's right.
The squat rack is my boyfriend. I like the gym.
Hence the magic thighs.
There's also hot guys at the gym. I'm single.
Anyone?
I think like my TV niche would be anything Vikings. Life niche would be anything like home, like design and garden. And I sit there when I can't go to sleep at night, I rearrange furniture.
Your design taste is incredible, I have to say. So imaginative. It's her house is amazing.
My mom, every time she sees I do something new to my house, she's like, "That's so interesting." I'm like, "I know what you're saying, Mom."
Isn't it funny when you can like interpret, like my daughter will say that, I'll try something on, she goes, "Oh wow." Or she'll go, "Okay." And I'm like, "You don't like it." Because if she likes it, she's like, "I love it."
My daughter always goes, cute. Oh, cute. I'm like, I can't tell if she's being patronizing or not. She's 11. I'm like, oh, great. There we go.
Sam, I should show you. I follow an account that's an interior designer, and her theory is everyone should leave your house being slightly more frightened of you than they were when they walked in.
Oh, I think I've accomplished that. One of my entryway lights, which is like one of those Frankenstein things, and the electrician's like, "Working for Sam."
Hey, at least it's not dull. At least it's not dull.
I'm like, "That's right."
What did you guys talk about at the ladies' panel? Oh, light switches, and disruptors,
And ling-a-ling.
And we were very buoyed by the experience.
Scottish word.
I think I one time in the past said Boyd, and people just looked at me like they didn't understand what I was saying.
Were they,
Because you're Scottish.
Just your accent.
Yeah.
You can blame it.
I blame a lot on being Scottish. I get away with a lot.
We're better now, but when Ruth and I first became friends, we had to speak on FaceTime because we didn't understand each other.
Oh, how did FaceTime help?
Because you can see.
Oh, as opposed to on the phone.
Lip reading.
My favorite
And
was
like
when
expressions.
Ruth and I in Los Angeles used to live close enough so that we could have a zip line from my apartment to her house. And she occasionally would have my daughter come over to talk to her Alexa because it couldn't understand her.
The only music I could ever play was Hosier. It was the only thing. That song has been played 493 times. It's the only song. I'm like, play Hosier. And it would play it, nothing else. It wouldn't understand anything else I said.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
perfect.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, ladies. So Sam and Elena got this question yesterday, but I'm sure you'll enjoy the answers from the others. Would you rather have a third eye or a third arm?
Why not a third nipple? Come on.
Okay, all right. Third eye, third arm, or a third arm.
I always pick the nipple.
Those are the only things you can have 3 of?
Do I get to pick where it is, first of all?
Yes.
Third nipple on my forehead.
I think we'll have a third eye anyway, we just can't see it.
Well, yeah, but these are physical.
Am I living in a world where everyone else has this, or is it just me? Was I born this way, or did it show up? Did my child inherit this condition? Do I have to think about her experience in this world as well? How able am I to go? What does the third eye see? How does that affect my binocular vision? Am I not prevented from driving? Does the hand actually reach anything? What the fuck? I need context!
Since you're choosing for the questions, it would show up when you make your choice. So it's not something you're born
So it just suddenly appeared? I don't have any of these answers? I don't know. How am I supposed to answer this question? My voice is down an octave that only dogs can hear. So only dogs will know the answer to this question. Third eye.
Thank you, and I'm sorry.
The correct response. Forever. Thank you, and I'm sorry.
Hi.
Hi.
Follow the nipple question of all things. I am very proud have done since I met all of you. I've traveled 18 hours here for myself to come find myself. Never would have had the courage to speak up here. And I want to know when y'all had your moment that you jumped off the diving board and became, I'm a very late bloomer obviously, but became and knew and had the courage to be absolutely who you are, because, oh, this touches my heart. Kim and Brady and Sam, I love you, Alana and Ruth. The three of you have made me, believed in me, and made me, helped me become the person who I've always wanted to be. When did you learn and the courage to be you?
I don't think it is a destination, which is what Elena just said, or it's not something that you reach, it's not a wall that you crush through. It is a daily practice. And so every day, it's hills and valleys. And when you hit a valley, you'll always know that the strength is to know that there's a hill in front of you, and you're gonna come back up. But it is truly the strength and the practice to constantly remind yourself that you are your number one. And, I think that we, as women, are constantly taking care of other people, whether it's, families, partners, children, co-workers. I think that it's a hard reminder, and I do think it comes with age, to be able to go, well, you know what, now it's time to put in the extra energy and effort for myself. But I do think that there will constantly be things in this world that are telling you to give. And sometimes I think all the time, I think it is the daily practice for women especially to remind ourselves that we should be giving to ourselves first.
I think there can be a moment where the turn starts. And for me, I was pregnant and diagnosed with cancer at the same time. And going through that, you just do it, you put the blinders on and you go through it. I remember the week before my son was due, I was not ready. And the panic that set in when I knew he wouldn't listen. And he was gonna come out anyway. I was I don't have curtains. But that was the beginning for me of a very wide awakening to where I was putting my energy and who I was giving it to. And maybe that contributed to the situation and all of that stuff. So that was the beginning, and I was in my late 30s. And I do think that age, you have to have perspective, usually, for these kinds of things to come. And there's no too late. You can be, on your last day, and it's fine. You know what I mean? So it's just as long as you're open to it.
Yeah, I related to what you said, because I'm a late bloomer with everything. Nothing in my timeline has ever happened according to what the prescription should have been. I became a mother at the oldest age you probably can manage it, and the acceptance of that, and this is what it was, and I think I'm still trying to be entirely who I am. I don't think I'm there yet. But one small thing I will say that doing these conventions has helped me with is that I was an actor because, for lots of reasons, but I like seeing other people's lines. I like knowing their story and fulfilling their story. And I was very scared of public speaking and speaking as myself to the point of stuttering and stammering. But coming here and the acceptance of the supernatural family meant that I was on stage at Comic-Con at one point with 6,000 people in front of me, not stuttering and stammering and speaking because of this. So it's been a huge step in my, I understand asking questions nerve-wracking. I'm nervous just now speaking. But doing this has given me a lot of a lot of facility that I didn't have. So I'm super grateful for this. It's been a big step in my journey as a person. Thank you.
Yeah, I think, you know, life is a journey, and I feel like it gives me a lot of strength. I speak a lot of life into and over my kids, and I think like there's so much perspective that we have as we grow up. And I remember being like a young person, and my mom would speak up, and I look back now, and I was like, oh my God, you're so embarrassing. I was like, no, she was speaking her, you know, what she had to speak, and I do that now, and my kids are like, Mom. And I'm like, I'm going to say what I have to say. But I would say for me, like, it's usually moments in life that define us, like Brianna was saying, like valleys and then preparing for the climb. And so I was always really confident in my work life. I had no problem negotiating a deal, but in my personal life, I would always struggle with relationships and things. And so I would say I've really found myself several years after I got divorced. And that was just a different version of me. I think I'm still me, but in a different time. And I send my younger self a lot of love and a lot of grace and a lot of, just a lot of grace.
I spent most of my life trying to fit into a profile that I wasn't out for me. And as a result, I felt profoundly wrong. I felt like my experience didn't match what I was told my experience should be. And that meant something was wrong with me. And then I have a child, and she was diagnosed autistic. Through working consistently with people on her, I started getting the, have you maybe thought? Have you taken this test? Have you? And I finally, and let me preface this by, diagnosis is a privilege. You need access and money. So I am not someone who says you only have the right to call yourself this profile. You fucking know. And this is what I want to be very, very clear with. I thought something was wrong with me. There is nothing wrong with me. I am not a broken neurotypical. I found out I am a perfectly good autistic ADHD person. And being given permission, they looked at my experience because the common phrase is high functioning. I don't like that because that's neurotypical standards. I call it low support needs. It doesn't mean that I experience autism less. It means you experience my autism less. My experience is still fucking autistic. And that's okay today. Today I know what it is, and I'm no longer trying to shrink myself, to conform myself, to break myself into being this thing that I will never be. And instead, I'm meeting myself, who I am, how I respond, and giving myself permission to be who I am. And that was really pivotal for me.
Hello.
Hi. My question's for Kim. You were a big part of my childhood when I used to watch Sweet Life. And so my question is, if you were to do a sitcom again, who would you hope to work with? Anyone from like now or that you used to work with?
Oh my goodness. I think honestly, this right here, remaking the Golden Girls. But like at this, no age makeup, no, but like truly in a world where we all are living together and are like, fucking, I thought I was done with my period and here it is again. I think it would be fun to have menopausal Golden Girls. Yeah, they were post-menopausal. I think we could be pre, peri, and post.
Yeah.
Call it
Basically,
triple
the
P.
I Don't Care Club. If you've seen that online.
Yes, yes. Oh yeah. It's like a sitcom with us anywhere we go. Like we were all just in England, right? It was just nonstop giggles, nonstop.
Thank you for the flowers.
Hi, Gary. Thank you for the flowers. Thank you.
Cutie. Romance.
Okay, I'm gonna get through this. So first, I love all of you, but Kim, I've been waiting a few years to actually get to one of these, to personally thank you for helping save my son's life. When he was little, he was diagnosed with ADHD, and he was suicidal. And a child I didn't think would make it to 9 just turned 12, because one day I was scrolling through Instagram and I came across the post about your daughter's diagnosis of PDA. And that was the light bulb. And then I found a provider and they diagnosed him. And now I know how to parent him and how to get his teachers to work with him in a way that he's thriving now. And I would have never, because you know how hard it is to find out about PDA. I wouldn't have known if it hadn't been for you. So thank you for helping me save my son's life. And, to find that for your daughter.
Oh my God. Okay, so the question is about PDA, and not public displays of affection. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this, there's a profile of autism called demand avoidance, or also known as persistent demand for autonomy, desire for autonomy. It is a condition within autism when the perception of freedom, of autonomy, is removed. It triggers literal fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. The experience is, it isn't I'm defiant, it isn't go fuck yourself, it is I'm going to die. And it is very confusing to parent because it seems like defiance and what you need is stronger boundaries and a stricter regiment and to get, no, not if you don't want the house burnt down. And so I have had to learn to parent contrary to everything I'm told good parenting is. And it is so challenging because there's no support for it in society. Even the best meaning people are like, really, you're letting her do that? I'm like, first of all, I don't let her do fuck all. She does it. Secondly, providing a space where she feels safe is the only way you can get the little brain out of the lizard I'm gonna die and into I'm willing to learn new skills. And so providing a sense of safety is vital for a child like this. And you can't provide a sense of safety by removing their autonomy. It's fucking incredible. So it has been challenging, and it is so amazing that you were willing to hear it. I am so fuck it. Love me.
We're not allowed to hug everyone.
I'm not touching anybody else. Okay, so anyway, that's been my, welcome. The more you know. Here you go. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. Amy from Abilene. My husband, unfortunately, was not able to be here because he's been with his father in ICU for like ever. So I was hoping that y'all could tell me something fun that y'all did with your significant other on a date that we maybe we can do when he gets home.
Jose, my husband, one of my Christmas presents this year was that my husband hired a nanny monthly so that every month we had a date night. And it was like a set thing that we have once a month. And he tries to do very like specific things. The last thing that we did was we went to a clay class. It was not like Demi Moore. It was not. It was much more like, this is hard. It is so hard. But it was a fun, like, active thing to do. I feel like he and I have been together almost 20 years, and it's hard, especially if you have kids, jobs, travel, aging parents, apocalypse. There's a lot of things going on. And it's very challenging to remember to like always come back to each other if you have a partner. And so anything that I think is active, that reminds you that love and partnership, especially partnership. Love, I always say, love is so easy, lust is so easy, but partnership is really challenging. You have to work at it. And I think that anything you can do to remind yourself that it's so fun, and that you're with your partner because they're so fun, and to constantly be having fun, because everything else can be work. And so anything that you can do to have fun. We go rock wall climbing sometimes is really fun. We love to eat. We love food. But yeah, we did a clay class recently. It was hysterical.
I live